Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Hi everyone, my name's Andrew and welcome to yet another movie reaction out here on the I've Seen Everything channel, and today we have one that a lot of people feel pretty strongly about. A lot of people love these movies. I don't know if everybody loves these movies, but I really haven't heard anything except kind of universally good things, so I'm optimistic, and we're here today to watch 2021's Dune, directed by Denis Villeneuve. I don't know a ton about Dune, but I will go over the little bit I know here. Obviously, we have a star-studded cast here. We have Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Oscar Isaacs, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, just to name a few. Stellan Skarsgård, there's all kinds of people in there. What I know about Dune, I know this is not the first adaptation. I know they did one in 1984. I really contemplated watching the 1984 one before putting this one up, but I received information from a variety of people that it would probably be better just to start with this one, and then maybe at some point if we want to go back and watch the 1984 one, we can do that for comparison. Let me know if you want to see me do the 1984 Dune movie out here, and I'll try to work that in somewhere. I know that Dune as a sci-fi franchise, more of kind of a sci-fi epic. It's one of the earliest ones out there, I think. It's something that predates Star Wars, and from what I've heard, was even one of the inspirations for Star Wars. Similar to some of the historical epics we'd seen quite a bit before stories like this, in both print and in film, but to take that aesthetic and apply it to a fictional sci-fi story. Now, the one thing that Star Wars did have over Dune is they made it to screen before Dune did, at least as far as I know. I do know that there are multiple books in the Dune book series. How many have been brought to screen? I don't know. How faithful these adaptations are? I don't know. I know that in these most recent movies we so far have 2 movies, and there's a third one that is supposed to come out this year. But other than that, I don't know a lot. I know that the planet, I think, is called Arrakis. I know Timothée Chalamet's character is, I think, called Paul Atreides. But beyond that, I'm going to quit speculating. Let's just get to watching the movie. That's how we find out all the answers to these things. So real quick before we get going, I want to be sure to invite you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is already available over on the Patreon. I have full-length reactions to other movies over there, exclusive television show reactions, all kinds of other stuff. I hope you'll go check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And that is it, folks. Let's not waste another moment. Let's get to watching 2021's Dune. Here we go.
Rolling over the sands, you can see spice in the air.
I do remember hearing something about spice. I don't know exactly what that's a reference to here, but I know it's some kind of sought-after resource or something like that.
The outsiders race against time to avoid the heat of the day.
And I knew it was something about a desert planet. Is the whole thing a desert planet? I mean, I guess that would make sense. Dune.
Their cruelty to my people is all I've known.
That's the other thing I've known about Dune, is that kind of that imagery of that those intense blue eyes.
By controlling spice production, they became richer than the Emperor himself.
Dave Bautista, I forgot. So we have an elite upper class preying off of a desert-dwelling lower class, like almost a tribal people. And they're at kind of constant war with each other over spice. Whatever, I'm hoping they'll define what that is more. It does have this interesting feel to it of being both old and futuristic, similar to Star Wars in some ways.
Use the voice.
Okay. She's training him in some kind of psychic ability to control people?
Give me the water.
Almost. Bene Gesserit skills take years to learn, Paul.
Okay. It didn't seem like he was controlling her, but some way of kind of communicating without speaking or projecting into their mind or something.
Extreme temperatures and treacherous weather events make life outside the cities of Arrakis truly hostile, with sandstorms powerful enough to cut through metal. Only the native tribes known as the Fremen.
Yeah, it's this interesting dynamic of, like, it seems like technology has advanced to such a point that it's faded into the background. And so you have settings that look like they could be from like hundreds of years ago or more, but then with just this kind of really hyper forward technology kind of infused into it, you know?
Except that they are dangerous and unreliable.
Okay, so he's dreaming about her.
Spice is the sacred hallucinogen which preserves life and brings enormous health benefits. Without spice, interstellar travel is impossible.
Okay, so it provides some kind of clarity, some kind of ability to tune into forces that, like I said, help things like space navigation. It's hard to believe that it wouldn't be possible without this kind of psychic thing, but that's the way it is in this world. From greedy outsiders.
The Emperor asks us to bring peace to Arrakis. House Atreides accepts.
So why did they leave initially? And now apparently Paul's very privileged and powerful family has been tasked with bringing peace to Arrakis.
How was it?
Stabilizers are too loose.
That's Jason Momoa. Can already tell the voice.
You're going to Arrakis tomorrow. I'd like you to take me with you.
That's too bad, because no.
He's anxious to get to Arrakis. He's been dreaming about it.
I've been having dreams about Arrakis and the Fremen.
I mean, I understand he's your buddy, but he's one of the people fighting against them, so...
I saw you with the Fremen.
Oh, maybe not.
So I do find them.
He said with, like he's allied with them at some point. His allegiance is turned.
I saw you lying dead, fallen in battle.
That's different. So he's foreseeing his death. That's problematic.
First off, I'm not gonna die. Dreams make good stories, but everything important happens when we're awake. Hey, you put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
I get the feeling, unfortunately, as proof of his visions, this may be all we see of Jason Momoa, because I think he may end up dying exactly as Paul saw, to kind of prove that these aren't just dreams, they are visions he's having.
The future of House Atreides.
And grandfather fought bulls for sport.
Yes. Look where that got him.
I mean, there is an argument to be made there about wanting more for your life than what's been prescribed to you, or for you by birth.
I told my father I didn't want this either. A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it, and he answers. And if your answer is no, you'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be, my son.
I will say that, what he said about leadership, about some of the greatest leaders in history don't find their way to leadership because they wanted it and because they pursued it. A lot of times it kind of found them, and many came to it reluctantly. He smiled there. Apparently only smiles when he's in combat.
Come on, old man.
Yeah, he talks big when he has a force field. Old man. Turn that off. See how confident you are there. That is cool tech, though, where you could be doing full contact training like that. He did take him down. That's not nothing.
You never met Harkonnens before. I have. They're not human. They're brutal. You have to be ready.
Okay. So I'm getting this sense that either they're taking it by force or they maybe will be able to take control of it without force, but they will have to defend it from these people who have had control for so long, trying to take it back.
How can the Emperor take everything we've built?
Men is a gift, not a gift. The Atreides' voice is rising, and the Emperor is a jealous man.
So they're specifically doing this so there will be a war to wipe out House Atreides because they're going to send a superior fighting force. That's the thing with sci-fi stuff. So much world building, so many characters and names to remember, so many dynamics, especially like political dynamics and things like that.
Paul,
What's wrong?
Get dressed and come with me.
I imagine it's time for whatever this trial is that he has to endure. I just remember seeing something in the trailer with him sticking his hand in something.
Leave us. You dismissed my mother in her own house.
Come here. Kneel.
Oh, so it is possible to control people for those who know how to wield it properly.
Remove your hand from the box, and you die. What's in the box? Pain.
Okay. Some kind of test of his strength of will under duress. Can she feel it? Does she have that strong a link to her son that she can feel it?
Fear's the mind killer.
I do remember that. Fear is the mind killer. What is it doing to him? Revealing some power that he has that she seems surprised, which is hard to tell through the veil.
Enough.
No, he didn't back down.
If you had been unable to control your impulses like an animal, we could not let you live. You inherit too much power.
Well, because I'm a Duke's son?
Because you are Jessica's son. You have more than one birthright, boy.
That makes sense. So it's the marrying of two worlds in that he's the heir of a powerful family, but there's some mystical heredity that he has too.
What did you see?
A girl on Arrakis.
Goodbye, young human. I hope you live.
I'm going to start saying goodbye to people that way. I mean, that's not ominous or anything. I hope you live.
We were told to bear only daughters, which you could produce the Kwisatz Haderach.
Was I wrong?
You're lucky he didn't die in that room. If he is the one, he has a long way to go. His sight is barely awakened, and now he goes into the fire.
So it's not something that's supposed to be passed to men. And he's potentially some kind of messiah or something. The thing that I found interesting is she said you were told to only have daughters. That's not how human biology works.
What does it mean? That I could be the one?
A mind powerful enough to bridge space and time.
No pressure. So you're Luke Skywalker and Neo. So a shadowy group of force-wielding supernatural mystics controlling the universe from the shadows.
My lungs taste the air of time blown past fallen sand.
Okay. In the midst of all of this, bagpipes. House Atreides is from Ireland. Or a bagpipe Scottish. Yeah. I've embarrassed myself now. I will walk away in shame.
To fear what?
Yeah. These moments of him kind of being young and innocent for the most part, I'm sure will be a stark contrast against who he becomes. Yeah, what are the native people that may have been forced to be here? I don't know. What do they feel about all of this? I imagine not terribly good.
They follow their old master's rules, mandatory attendance.
Mandatory attendance. Well, that answers it.
Atreides!
Nothing like a little forced loyalty, you know? Doesn't speak of, totalitarianism or anything. Or dictatorship. Again, unique design.
These people have waited for centuries for the Lisan al-Gaib. They see the signs.
So that's who he's supposed to be. And he's supposed to be some kind of important religious figure for these people as well.
We're good to go.
Ships designed after dragonflies with wings that actually flap.
Shield wall protects the city from the weather and the worms.
Yep, that was the other part I didn't mention was the sandworms. I am aware of the sandworms. Although not anything more than just that they're a danger on this planet.
Well, the hand of God is wreaking havoc on our comm system.
That's what worries me too.
Yeah, that's going to be problematic. If you don't have communication, if somebody launches an attack, let's say.
I know that you have a weapon concealed in your bodies.
The weapon is meant as a gift, if you are truly the one.
Again, we have people here who have been through likely so much oppression just because they happen to exist on a planet where something valuable is.
When you have lived with prophecy for so long, the moment of revelation is a shock. Lisan al-Gaib, the mother and the son. It is yours.
You have spent your existence as a people believing in a religion, essentially. Again, waiting for a messiah to come. And all you have gotten is the oppression of colonizers, essentially. I mean, how many times have we seen this story?
Each one of these drinks every day the equivalent of 5 men. 20 palm trees, 100 lives.
Should we remove them? Save the water?
No. These are sacred.
So we're also going to have a long process here of Paul learning the values of the indigenous people here and having it likely change him. I mean, he's already been dreaming of them, so his destiny is tied to them.
Nutrient-poor landscape.
Okay. An assassination attempt. I don't know what it is, but he's been on it since it came into the room. Okay, so I was right. It was electronic.
Hawking an agent was cemented into that hole 6 weeks ago. Sorry, I failed you today. There's no excuse.
You want absolution? Go catch some spies.
Yeah. They told him there would be danger, and few things would be a greater strike against House Atreides than the death of their heir. So is she in league with them, or is she just controlling them too?
His wife is under our protection, and by extension, her son. Allow them the dignity of exile.
I give you my word. We will not harm them.
He gives you his word that he will not harm them, but it does not mean he will not allow them to come to harm. Or he's just flat out lying to you.
If the Duke's son lives...
I said I would not harm them, and I shall not. But Arrakis is Arrakis, and the desert takes the weak.
Now we see how Paul will rise. He and his mother will be thrown into exile in the desert, where they will be presumed to die.
Thanks for the humiliation, old man.
I keep an eye on you.
Attention!
So does that mean that there's going to be a slaughter of most of these guys? It's just an all-out attack that wipes them out. Does this adversary actually have that much power? I mean, I'm thinking that our wings that flap are really that much different than, like, you know, helicopters. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot more friction.
Take care of them, they're friends.
Well, he hasn't died yet. Maybe his vision won't come to pass.
There's no finer fighter in the Imperium. They fight like demons.
Desert power.
Desert power if they align themselves with you. If they don't, an incredible adversary. Is this Javier Bardem? Looks to be.
Stilgar, welcome. I respect the personal dignity of any man that respects mine.
Very true. Respect is reciprocal, otherwise it doesn't exist.
Hold. Thank you, Stilgar, for the gift of your body's moisture.
I mean, different customs, for sure.
You will address the Duke as my lord or sire.
Gurney, just...
He will not. He is a leader of his own people. Maybe they've been having visions of him as well.
I don't like him.
Our plan bears fruit.
But it will take time.
Yes.
Yeah, why would he like him with the kind of character he plays? But you can't have basically two rulers or two kings, whatever. You don't have one come into a room and demand that he be subservient to the other. Not if you're trying to create an alliance.
You admire them.
I do. They're fierce, but loyal. They're attuned to the desert. Part of it. It's part of them. You wait till you see it. It's beautiful out there.
Well, not dying as soon as expected, and maybe not at all, but I do get the feeling that there have to be some casualties. Also, that was a crazy, that balloon thing that just showed up was a crazy way to move this piece of equipment.
With your permission, sire, I must check the integrity of your system.
Oh, it's all right.
I mean, she didn't wait, but she did say with your permission. I understand his charge is to protect his leader.
Recycles the water lost to sweat. Inside the mask, you'll find a tube to allow you to drink the recycled water.
I hope this recycled water has decent filtration, otherwise that's pretty gross.
Who taught you to do that?
Seemed the right way.
Does he know how to speak that? Obviously he understands them.
That's one of your harvesters.
Oh, so that's what they were taking out there was the harvesters. That makes sense. Now, how big are sandworms in relation to harvesters? Are they so huge they could take one of those down? Because that could be problematic.
Shields a death sentence in the desert. It attracts the worms and drives them into a killing frenzy.
Ah, you have to learn to fight without these shields you've come to use, or be at risk of the worms.
Calling Crawler Delta Ajax Niner. Worm sign warning.
Yeah, now I'm just interested to see the size of these things in reference to their ships. Oh, until something goes wrong.
How many men on that crawler?
Crew of 21.
Our ships can take 6 each. It's still 3 short. We'll find a way.
So the question is, do they barely get out or do they not get out? I'm getting the sense it's going to be a sign of the strength of these worms. It's going to take down this crawler. First time he set foot on sand in Arrakis. Seemed like an important moment the way they framed it. It shows the kind of hubris of like, oh, we're used to everything going right. You would figure they would maybe send a backup ship, but they don't usually encounter this type of thing, so they're not worried about it usually. Yeah, they need to get on their ships and get up. He finds he doesn't need it. Or again, we talked about the spice being this kind of thing that opens you up to some type of other force or enlightenment or something like that. Maybe he's having a different reaction to it based on who he is. Is Paul going to get left out there?
Recognize your footsteps, old man. Get up! 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 Get up!
That is last second, Paul. You better move. I don't know what kind of awakening you're having, but I doubt the sandworms are going to honor it. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, I don't even know if you can run, but you damn well better try. And you better get on that ship quick, or the sandworm could take that down too.
Bless the coming and going of him. May his passage cleanse the world and keep the world for his people.
Well, that answers my question. Sandworm is more than big enough to take down a crawler. It is just a vortex of a creature. Hard to imagine something that large existing. Larger than anything we have on Earth, I think.
It's plain to see. Everything they've left us is in shambles. We've been set up to fail.
Take good care of your family. The desert's not kind to humans.
I mean, obviously, I don't think he's wrong. I think he has been set up to fail. But I think he's been set up in ways he doesn't expect yet, because I think that there is an imminent attack headed their way. Well, they're going to have to meet. I mean, I know they do, but the leader of her group recognized him as well, so maybe they are having visions of him too. Okay, well, that leads me to believe that his visions don't always come to pass. Yeah, maybe it's metaphorical, or maybe she does try to kill him.
I know you're pregnant.
You can't know that. I barely know that.
He wouldn't say it if he didn't know it. I mean, where would he have pulled that from? Presumably, he's more powerful than you realize.
Why are you having these thoughts? Later, this is not you.
I thought we'd have more time.
Yeah, I'm getting a sense he's going to die. And if that's true, I mean, maybe he even feels it, but like, maybe she knows it. Maybe she's seen it. Yeah, that doesn't bode well. That's presumably his guard. Someone just took out in 2 seconds.
Security.
Yeah, their comms aren't working anyway, which puts them in an incredibly vulnerable position. Oh, there's things that can actually penetrate?
God in heaven.
Get everything with guns off the ground! Go!
Yeah, this was quite the shock and awe campaign. They didn't even have a chance to get moving before they were under attack. It's interesting, even though the shields do work for some things, there are specific types of attacks that can penetrate them. Yeah, they're taking down all their ships before they even have a chance to move. I'm surprised that they're landing. They could just take them out from the air. But I guess maybe their combat tactics don't let them do that. Yeah, they do seem to be outmanned for sure, and now they're surrounded.
I'm sorry, my lord. This tooth will crash, and you will fill the air with poison. It will be your last breath. It will also be the Baron's.
I mean, that is a risky move to take, and especially to want an ally in somebody that you've doomed to death. If you kill the Baron, or even if he kills the Baron, what does that mean for your wife? So is this where he dies, or does he retreat into the desert? Okay, so abandoned in the desert, she's pregnant and left for dead, but presumably they will not die, obviously. Well, he got a ship and got out of there. Will he be able to survive, or is this a mission, basically? Oh, is he going after Paul? I wonder. Oh, I get it. He just needs them to do that so she can control them. Yeah, because she's more trained in it. That is a useful power to have. At least they have a ship now, I guess.
They've crippled the ship.
Oh, they had a ship, but at least their captors are dead. Imagine that. Imagine being stranded in the desert and realizing there's nothing left.
You have a wonderful kitchen, cousin.
How did he know that he would see the Emperor? Is it like this requirement of their culture to face the person they vanquished this way? Is he really tall or is he floating? I'm assuming he's floating. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
Said I'd set her free, that you could join her.
He's about to kill him.
So join her.
Yeah. I don't know why he would have thought that he was going to honor any kind of deal he made.
Your son is dead. Your concubine is dead.
Oh, she was just a concubine. She wasn't actually married to him.
And your bloodline ends forever.
Maybe the poison can penetrate his shield, if he's close enough. Oh, well, he killed some people. I wonder if the shield protected the Baron enough that he would still be alive. So, Paul no longer just has the pressure of taking over a powerful house, but in his own way having to rebuild it from complete destruction. I just get the feeling that the Baron couldn't have been killed that easily. Maybe, but I didn't see him laying there among the other dead in that room.
You told the great houses of the lands right how we were betrayed? How the best of them were murdered?
I am commanded to say nothing.
She's commanded to say and see nothing by who? Who ultimately is she commanded by to just stand by and watch this happen? Oh, there's the Baron. Oh, maybe that was the goal. They belong to the Emperor, maybe the Emperor intended for both of them to take each other out. She seemed awfully pleased to be overlooking a war. But presumably one where her people are doing very well, coming up out of the sand. Oh, him fighting along with them. I got the sense from the beginning that that's, at least in part, what this was the bringing together of this mythical figure that he's supposed to be with this group of ultimate believers. Kind of a mixed message, these kind of peaceful and pleasant visions of her, but also then mixing in war and blood and all of it.
You are your father's son. You are my son. You are the Duke. All are traitors. You know who you are.
Get off me! You Bene Gesserit made me a freak!
Yeah, you can't... I mean, think about all he's been through. You can't put all of this on him and expect him not to break at some point. Both of them. They've been through an incredible amount.
My father's dead.
Being the heir to this family. Him just finding out recently that he's supposed to be this mythical, almost religious figure. And now his whole life he knew is gone. And yet he still has the pressure of the world on him. Well, I should say most of his life he knew is gone. His mother is still with him.
That's Duncan.
I was going to say, please be Duncan. They can't take any more right now.
My lady, Paul, I'm so sorry. Your father.
We know.
My Lord Duke.
It's just good to have any ally in this moment, you know, when you've been through as much as they have. I wonder if this is part of the prophecy, that this was supposed to happen.
Harkin has hit every population center on the planet. There was Sardaukar with them.
The Emperor's taken aside.
The Emperor forbids me from saying anything at all.
And yet you risk your life to help us.
Oh, she is bound by the Emperor. I wonder if that's what it was. If in order to protect themselves, they have been told by the Emperor to either go along with what's happening or at least allow it to happen, like stay out of it.
Fremen speak of the Lisan al-Gaib. Superstition.
Oh, he wants to use his position as his mythical figure.
I know you loved a Fremen warrior and lost him in battle. I've seen your dream. As Emperor Dr. Kynes, I can make a paradise for Arrakis with a wave of my hand.
I guess it's time for him to prove that he's more than a lost boy in a hole. I guess that's the point. It does feel like, it feels almost like it's destined as part of a prophecy or something. This hallway. Oh, geez. It would have been very nice for them not to lose yet another. I mean, one of the few people they have left. But he's gonna potentially die protecting them. He should have told him this is his vision.
No! Duncan! Oh, no! Duncan, no!
Yeah. He wants to protect them, but he wants revenge. His whole world was destroyed too. There it is. So much for that theory of Duncan lasting to the end. I mean, he's not technically dead yet, but he's mortally wounded. Maybe he can do something to stop the rest of these. There we go. Come on, Duncan. Show him what you're made of. Now, he put up a hell of a fight, and at least, hopefully, gave them an opportunity to get away.
You'll find a Thopter ready to fly. That storm out there is your best shot. It's mostly dust. Climb into it, stay on top, head south, find the Fremen.
So, the Emperor knows that they weren't among the dead, and that the heir to House Atreides still is alive. And as long as that's the case, this plan doesn't work. Oh, that's smart. She puts in a device to create vibrations to bring in the sandworm. It still might end up working as far as attacking these guys, but I think she was getting ready to ride it. I think I'd seen that in something. Come on. If a sandworm could ever come in handy. Although it's going to take her down too. At least they didn't get away, I guess. Yeah. She told him to find the cover of the dust storm. Of course, they have to be able to fly in that too. She said stay above it.
It's not fair. Fear's the mind killer. Fear is
Oh. Again, maybe the spice has a different effect on him. It's like, Neo. I know I keep going back to Matrix, but it's like Neo being able to see through the code.
The mystery of life isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience. We must join it. We must flow with it.
See, that's the thing. The sandworm coming with him holding those things with those hooks. I'm pretty sure that's them hooking onto the sandworm and riding it. Although I don't know if we see that this movie, but I know they've seen that somewhere. Okay, this makes more sense. Because I've seen this image of him coming up out of this thing. So they're healing the Baron.
Nothing survives such a storm. They're dead. It's a certainty.
Apparently not that much of a certainty.
So it's done, finally. Send word to Gady Prime to begin selling our spice reserves.
And the vermin.
Kill them all.
Well, maybe I was wrong in my assessment. Maybe the Emperor... I mean, the only way the Emperor would have been trying to wipe out both of them is if the Emperor had known about the kind of secret plot to also try to kill the Baron. It's amazing the idea that they would survive this storm by letting it kick them around for a while, until they were in a more favorable position to exit it. Yeah, we're missing a wing. That's problematic. Okay, well, at least we're balanced now. We're kind of gliding.
As soon as we land, run for the rocks.
Feels like it's going to be more of a crash landing. I mean, I would presume the sand would provide somewhat of a softer landing, but at that force, still could have ended up very badly. And I'm sure that level of vibration, that's what they're saying, is obviously going to attract a sandworm.
Now we have to find the Fremen. Are you good?
I am now interested to see the 1984 movie, to see how they attempted to do this. Although I think I am glad that I watched this one first. I'm sure we'll get an explanation for it at some point, but I wonder what the explanation is for why their eyes are so blue.
A friend will help you.
You have much to learn. I will show you the ways of the desert. Come with me.
And how it ends up happening, because I'm pretty sure I've seen an image where Paul has blue eyes like that too. So obviously it's something that can be done to you or happens over time with the Fremen or something like that. It doesn't seem like much would survive in the desert for very long, and I guess maybe that's the point. If sandworms could trace you just by the footsteps of like a person, like if it was that sensitive, seems like everybody would die.
He's from sand.
Run!
Yeah, whatever that was, it seemed to attract it pretty fast. I get the feeling they're barely going to make it to this rock. I don't get the feeling that very many people get to see a sandworm up close like this, sitting just barely out of its reach.
Do not run.
Stilgar, you know me.
We have powerful friends.
I don't think that you have powerful friends anymore, necessarily. Things have shifted significantly.
The boy is young. He can learn our ways. But the woman isn't trained and too old to learn.
I don't know how they thought that was going to go particularly well. We're going to kill your mother in front of you, but then join us. Because that'll happen.
She'll cut my throat.
Also, she seems to be quite the fighter herself. It was a pretty brutal decision to make, too. We're just going to kill this person because we think she's too old to learn our ways. Though I suppose there are brutal decisions they have to make as far as their resources and their ability to survive.
I would not have let you hurt my friends.
And there she is. Does she know he's been dreaming about her, having visions about her?
You will have your own Mola pistol when you've earned it. Give it to me.
A lot of trust to ask for after you just threatened to kill his mother.
You talk like a leader. The strongest leads. She bested you. I invoke the untold. I accept her champion.
Paul has to learn to trust his visions. And he has a vision that this man becomes a teacher to him. And so if he has the vision of that, then he has to believe that this man wouldn't be able to kill him, if his vision is true. Or maybe this is part of his story, that the old him has to die for the new him to be born.
Johnny.
I mean, it is quite a moment to tell somebody, hey, I've been having visions of you, here before I die. Let me let you know about that. I imagine this has to be a moment where they see something impressive or something that gives them pause about who this person is.
You should welcome my blade. This world will kill you. Quicker this way.
His teacher's lessons come back to him about how the attack isn't going to wait for if you're ready, but he's also not used to fighting without a shield. He keeps beating him and refusing to kill him.
Paul has never killed a man.
Driving him nuts, he's beaten him multiple times and refuses to kill him. Maybe he's not a mentor to him. I thought he was, based on the visions he had had. I mean, to be fair, not all of his visions are literal, but obviously he's had visions of her, visions that definitely seem metaphorical. So maybe the whole thing about him being a mentor was him being the person to help him prove himself to these people. They certainly didn't expect him to survive.
You have smugglers, you have ships,
No.
you have...
The Emperor sent us to this place, and my father came. But for the strength of your people, my road leads into the desert.
Yeah, he couldn't wait to get on this planet. He was having such strong visions of it even before he was here. I think he's sensed for a while that his destiny was in this place. whatever his destiny is.
Desert power.
This is only the beginning.
That is what I kept expecting to see. This may only be the beginning, but for this movie, this is the end. All right, let's go to the wrap-up. So the message at the end appears to be, obviously the end of one thing seems to be the beginning of another. His mother trying to hold on to their previous life, trying to get off world, trying to get to some of their allies, trying to get to somewhere, something where they could regroup and reconnect to the life they had before. Whereas Paul used that moment to reaffirm what he had seen in his visions for so long, or at least what he had finally come to understand about his visions, which was that this is where he was destined to be. This is where he was destined to be this whole time. Like I said, he couldn't wait to get on this planet, having visions of it even before he was there. He tried to go with Duncan early and they wouldn't let him. I don't think they could have imagined that it was going to lead to their entire family being wiped out, but they're looking for allies off-world. They now, you would hope to a degree they could trust, have allies right here. They're now part of something that has a chance to be a power that they could utilize, that the Emperor, the Baron, that so many of these people either do not know, do not understand, or underestimate. I mean, the Baron told his people come back to Arrakis to resume their ownership of the spice trade and to kill the Fremen. Do they understand how difficult that may be? I mean, to be fair, we don't know what their interaction with the Fremen has been in the past. I mean, obviously, there is history of them existing in this place. But if I'm remembering correctly, didn't it say they left all of a sudden? Like, they had produced spice for a while and then eventually they left and abandoned the place? If they did, there may have been a very good reason for it, and it may have involved the Fremen. Too many attacks, too many wars, too hard to fight the Fremen, but you would also figure the Baron would know that. So, unless it was generations before him and they've lost touch with it. I imagine they are coming back to reclaim this industry, the profit that they intend to draw out of this industry, that they are going to encounter significant problems from the Fremen. We'll obviously see what happens with that in the second movie. I didn't know that we weren't going to really encounter the Fremen hardly at all until the very end of this movie, pretty much. The last half hour or so of this movie. Before that, we saw very few of them. And so now the second movie, I'm sure, delves into what that world is, what Paul's part will become in it. He fully becomes them at some point, I'm sure. As I've said, I think we've seen, I think it was even in the promotional images, him also having those blue eyes. I'm interested to see what it is that turns your eyes that color, like what it is that changes you like that. But even in the trailers for the second movie, I remember seeing, signs that he's leading the Fremen, or that he's some significant figure in the Fremen, that they are true believers in whatever the dogma and the religion is that surrounds this figure he's supposed to be. And I'm sure that eventually he will grow into showing that he is that person, for lack of a better term, a kind of Matrix type thing. He is the one. But not even just the one among what they believe, but it seems like probably a figure that is, at least from what his mother said, is meant to be some kind of a unifying figure. Potentially a unifying figure against the Emperor, which is maybe why the Emperor was afraid to begin with, or why the Emperor wanted to wipe out the House Atreides. Maybe he knows or understands what Paul is supposed to be, and was trying to wipe him out before it could ever get off the ground, before he could ever become whatever this figure is that he's supposed to become. So many questions, so many assumptions. It will be interesting to see where it goes. And also, again, not even that we'll have a full understanding after watching the next movie. We have a third movie coming out this year that I'm assuming will complete this trilogy. I don't imagine they're going on to more movies. Let me know if you've heard about that. But one more time before we get out of here, I want to be sure to invite you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over there right now. There's other full-length reactions to movies over there, exclusive television show reactions, all kinds of stuff over there. I hope you'll consider checking it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And a special thank you to my Seen Everything patrons, Aunt Vess and Stevie. Thank you so much for your support. I'm interested to see where it goes from here. I've really enjoyed this one. I appreciate you being here to watch it with me, and I will see you on the next reaction. Take care.